Hello, this is Dragonic Fire, welcoming you to an update video. I know I said before in the past I'd probably never do this again. Uh, I guess you could also kind of say that I'm gonna kind of shamelessly, what's the word for it? Advertise my Twitter account so that more people, including my Little Big Planet viewers, can sit there because I'm gonna post on both channels. I'm gonna post it on the Blaster channel. I'm gonna post it on the Damn Dynamic Duo channel because honestly, for those that don't know, Skeleton Spinks won't be on the show as often anymore. Um, the reason for that being is we used to live together, and now he's out on his own. Doesn't live as close, so he won't be over as often. I mean, that's not to say that he won't be joining us, but um, I'll get more into that. But he's basically going to be a guest on the show for a little bit. I don't know how long. By a little bit, it could be a couple months, it could be a couple years, it could be indefinitely. I don't know what's going on. But anyways, as you've probably noticed, if you've noticed, excuse me, I'm gonna try to get over cold. Uh, on my Damn Dynamic Duo channel, I have Minecraft episodes up. For all you that were like, "Oh, where's Minecraft? I want a new episode of Minecraft." Well, I uploaded it with my friends. For the longest time, my friend's been bugging me to do Minecraft recording with him, and I didn't know how to record Skype calls, but I used Bandicam in order to get it done. At the time of the recording, I only had the free trial version, so that's why that watermark is there, and I wasn't going to get rid of it. I just said screw it. And for those that have questioned in the now and in the past, no, the server is not public. We will never make it public. We won't invite just random people on the internet because it's bad enough that they have people like me on it already that sit there and destroy stuff. So, it is what it is, and my friend's really picky about his server. So he only allows people he knows, like he's actually met. Anyways, on to the second part of the update for my Damn Dynamic Duo channel. There's gonna be new co-op play. Following this update video, I am gonna add Donkey Kong Country 2 with Dirty White Boy, which I will go cut to in a little bit here to talk to him about himself, basically, where he came up with this idea, who he is, yada yada. And then we'll go to Donkey Kong Country 3 after that. I don't know when that's gonna start, like when hell freezes over, I guess, because I sit there and try to get him to like record at least record the videos with me so that I could sit there and work on editing them while we wait. Anyways, like I said, back to what I said about Skeleton Sphinx, the main LPs are on indefinite hold, mainly for the fact that I can't record a big batch of them anymore because Skeleton Sphinx isn't here and I don't want to do them by myself. If we happen to live together in the future or he lives closer, we'll continue the main LPs, but for now, just don't worry about it. Mainly, like, side LPs like Comet Crash and quick co-op games we're going to do, because we're going to maybe record, like, 4 episodes, because also whenever he comes over, I still want to continue the show off. So, when he comes over, that's our main priority, and then if he has time, we'll record some side LPs, and that's about it for that. Let me take a pause break while I cut over to Dirty White Boy. Hello, welcome back, viewers. After the update video, I've brought a special guest. Special guest, introduce yourself.
Who? Oh, Dirty White Boy.
Who? Who? Okay. And basically, to answer the first question, I'll answer myself. Dirty White Boy is one of my friends I've known for like 3 years or something like that.
He gives me a lot more credit than I deserve.
How many years have I known you?
When did we go to Otakon that one year?
2009.
Then that many years.
About 3 years, almost 3 years. So I'm going to ask you a couple questions because mainly the reason I'm asking this is because we're doing a co-op right now, Donkey Kong Country 2, and we'll be doing more co-ops in the future. So this way viewers get to know you.
Uh-oh.
Okay. A couple questions here. First off, how'd you come up with the name Dirty White Boy?
Interesting question. It actually happened, how many years ago? Probably about, I think 11 or 12 years ago, back when I first went to ID Tech Camp, which was like a computer camp for nerds like me.
Mm-hmm.
And you could take courses to like make a game or create a storyboard or something or other. It was pretty cool. But regardless, I went to camp, and pretty much every day we would have LAN parties where we would play Unreal Tournament, Tribes, usually Tribes. And, you know, when you're playing first-person shooters, you gotta have a handle.
Yeah.
Well, when I was deciding a handle, the first thing that came to mind was the last episode of Aqua Teen Hunger Force that I saw,
Oh god.
and one of the quote by the one of the main characters, Meatball, said, "Hell yeah, I'm a dirty white boy. I hate nature."
That's just.
And for whatever reason, that just stuck with me.
That's
And
just.
that's when I got the name Dirty White Boy.
Yeah, jeez. Okay. Another question. How long have you been playing video games?
Ever since I can remember.
Ever since you can remember.
Ever since I've been conceived, I've played.
you popped out of your mom. Next thing you know, play a
Well, I had
controller.
to have been playing games since before we moved to Pennsylvania when I was 5, so probably about 20 years.
Why don't you tell the viewers where you're from, that you're not from Pennsylvania?
I was born in Texas, and for the first several years of my life, I was raised in the Great
So-
Lakes area.
So that's right, viewers. Dirty White Boy is a Texan.
Native Texan.
Yes.
And
Anyway.
what?
Anyways, you don't need to tell your whole life story.
Okay.
They don't need to know that much yet. Otherwise, they'll be sitting there stalking you. What are your favorite types of games? Like favorite genres of games?
Well, as you probably already know, Japanese role-playing games is my hands-down favorite genre to play. It's the one that I get the most enjoyment out of. I love the stories. I love the romance that is involved. I love all the badassness that comes.
And it
with
doesn't
playing
like
a
to
character
cheat you.
that makes things. And yes, I do get pissed off when the game cheats or cheaps me.
Mainly
But-
the racing games.
But I still have a ton of fun playing them.
It seems mostly that it seems the racing games that you seem to always get screwed over in.
Yeah, where it makes me fall through a map, or the rubber band AI makes it impossible to win from time to time. But yes, that's
Okay.
what I get dealt with.
Two last questions. First one, I forget when you discovered my channel, but what made you decide to get an LPing like that? You wanted to actually start recording and like attempting to get your own equipment.
Tempting is a good term to use. I'd have to say H.C. Bailey would probably be the reason as to why I was interested in Let's Playing. Before, I had never even thought about it. I just enjoyed playing games on my own, and then I just happened to stumble upon H.C. Bailey's videos online, and I was noticing he was playing a lot of the games that I played when I was a lot younger, that I really loved to play, and he was having a lot of fun Let's Playing them, and I was like, maybe I might want to try that sometime. And then I looked into all the costs, and I was like, probably not something I'm going to do anytime soon.
That seems to be the case with a lot of people, especially on YouTube, especially if they want to LP or RPGs. The only thing is, some people don't realize is if they've watched a lot of H.C. Bailey's videos and they know how he is, he does a lot of extensive research into actually these LPs.
Yeah, he'll play through the game like tens
And his
Tens
brother
of
will
times.
mock him.
just to get down the perfect strategy. To
Yeah,
beat
and his
everything.
bro-
And then
and
you'll
his-
watch his LP and be like, wow, that game's really easy. You go to play it yourself and you're like, everything is raping me out the ass. What the hell?
Well, I know his brother openly mocks him in Seiken Kendetsu 3.
Oh, yeah. I remember I played through Radiant Historia for the DS before he even touched it.
Yeah.
And I remember how hard the end of the game was for me. And then I watched him play it, and he was just breezing through everything. And then he's like, yeah, viewers, I'm making this a lot easier than it actually is. And he's right. He was making it a lot easier, because I struggled through that final boss fight. It was awesome. I loved it.
Well, there's also some things that, like his latest LP right now that I didn't realize that, like, say Final Fantasy for example, I didn't know that you could cast slow on an enemy twice. I mean, that would make some bosses a lot easier that I played in the past.
I never realized that slow stacked, or that it isn't even considered a status ailment.
Yeah.
Which is why you can afflict bosses with it.
Anyways, the last question. Besides Donkey Kong Country 2 and eventually Donkey Kong Country 3, do you have any more ideas for future co-op projects or LP project that you want to do?
Well, probably Tales of Grace's F for the PS3. Because I think I'm going to end up playing through that at least once.
Are you going to record your side?
What?
Are you going to record your side?
I'll probably just end up coming to your house and we'll do recordings at your place.
Oh, okay.
We'll also have to drag Skeleton Sphinx over to join us.
Yes.
And maybe even Trey if he's in.
It's 4 players?
Willing. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yep. Only one person can control anything outside of battle, but in battle it's 4 players. So.
Or I could just bring my computer over to your place.
Or you could do that. But whatever way. But I think that one would be a really, really fun game to play through. Because I know I'm going to play through it once by myself anyways. Just because I love Tales games. But I wouldn't mind playing through it multiplayer. Because I've never played a Tales game through multiplayer.
Is there any other projects that you were considering?
We already mentioned Donkey Kong Country 3.
What about the first one?
No. Nope. As much as it's a nostalgic one, it's not one that I cared for much when I was younger. I didn't really like it compared to 2 and 3. 3 was my hands down favorite. 2 I thought to be absolutely the hardest out of the 3.
Well, let me pose this question for you. Would you be willing to consider LP and Super Ninja Boy with me?
Super Ninja Boy?
Yeah.
I think you showed that to me once.
Yes.
Possibly.
Let me just say the difficulty spikes a little bit later in the game.
Well, I know a little bit about difficulty spiking. So
it's kind of a mixture of RPG elements and beat 'em up, because when you go into a battle, it basically turns into a beat 'em up.
Well, that sounds awesome to me. Sounds pretty much just like an action.
And some of the boss battles are like actual RPG boss battles, like turn-based.
Nice.
And you can beat the shit out of each other.
Then I might end up killing you guys, or you'll kill me like you normally try to do.
And then we lose.
Yep. That's normally what happens.
I will say this, it has horrible platforming in some parts.
Joy.
But, I think that's it for my questions. Do you have any questions for the viewers or for me?
Any questions? I wonder what the viewers think of me.
I don't know. It's going to take some time. I know the viewers are...
Probably
I know
viewers don't even know me.
I know one viewer's like, oh, we're Skeleton Sphinx, because they mentioned... The reason they like Skeleton Sphinx so much is either 1, they like his misery, or 2, they just like to hear him bitch about everything. I don't know what it is.
Or a mixture.
I don't know. But, anyways, holy crap, this turned out longer than I thought it would. Almost 13 minutes.
Oh, wow.
I guess this could be considered my first interview. I guess I'm glad I didn't ask you more questions.
There we go.
Dirty White Boy viewers, I don't know why he doesn't go by his other name that he invented. I guess he likes this one better, so.
My other name? Wait, which other name? You mean the
That
one
other-
that I used more recently?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's because Dirty White Boy's kind of been a staple of mine for the past 10 years. It's kind of hard to just change all of my online handles to...
That and some Americans would butcher your name, especially little kids
Most Americans will butcher my name.
that haven't watched Naruto
Then
or
again,
anything
I
like
still
that.
get flagged for having an offensive name in games when I have Dirty White Boy, which just boggles my mind. Yes, because Dirty White Boy is totally offensive.
Okay, well, that's it for this little update interview video. I hope you enjoyed it. We're gonna go finish Donkey Kong Country 2, and the next time you hear us after that will be Donkey Kong Country 3, where I might be dying more. Okay, see you later, viewers. Oops, I almost ended the call.